Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to Age of Wonders 4 Let's Play featuring the God King Gurgle of the Growth. There is a lot to accomplish this session, folks, and there's going to be plenty of action since we're at war with not just one, but two enemy factions. Before we dive into the violence, though, there's one bit of governing that needs to be done. I have a bit of course correction at Spore Pit over here because in my haste to improve our economy, it did not register that this is actually a merchant's guild that I decided to build. Now, folks, you can only build one guild in a city. It's clearly stated in the tooltip, and I'm very well aware of that limitation. But again, it just didn't register to me that this was actually a guild that we're building because I wanted that extra gold generation for our economy, which, once more, is starting to feel a little pitiful. But the fact of the matter is that this gold bump is really not the same as what we could get from some other guilds instead. So we're going to sacrifice the production we've already invested in the Merchants Guild, and in its stead, before I make that kind of a mistake in my haste once again, we're going to go ahead and build the Workers Guild. As you can see, this will give us plus 10 production income per quarry. We've got 8 quarries. We'll want to build even more quarries moving forward because of the wonder we have attached to Spore Pit, so the Workers Guild just makes the most sense. Now, again, it's not the end of the world if we'd stuck with the slightly increased gold output from Spore Pit instead, but it's a smarter call here to make the Workers Guild. So thank you very much again for pointing that out in the comments. Folks, when I say I read all the comments, I do mean it. I don't just say that. I genuinely read all the comments. I might not respond to them in written form, but I do respond to them in my actions and in my thought process and in my overall approach to the channel as well. Now, with that taken care of and with our economy once more in a bit of a, let's call it, concerning spot, even though we're making 235 gold per turn, let's see if there's something we can do with Thorn to help out instead. Like, we can't do anything right now, obviously. We don't have the gold for it, but would a Merchant's Guild make sense over here? No, there aren't that many mines. There just aren't that many mines. I wonder if I should start being a bit more aggressive about raiding enemy improvements and stuff like that, just to get us those little bumps of gold. Obviously, the option is always there to not build anything and simply produce merchandise to generate gold out of production, which, again, indirectly is how Spore Pit is going to be able to help us with the added production output from the Workers Guild, right? So it's a longer way of generating more gold, but it has multiple benefits as opposed to just the Merchants Guild. Anyway, I digress. There's nothing we can do at Thorn right now. Let's try and bank some gold. Let's not forget we have the Rally of the Lieges happening, so we're in this situation for good reason, but let's try and bank some gold in case some emergencies come up our way, right? For the time being, Summon Nymph is available to us, but I'm not going to pop that just quite yet. We're queuing up Animal Kinship. It's funny seeing so many of you ask why I haven't done any race transformations yet. Honestly, it's because we've been trying to buff up our armies using all these summoning spells. That's pretty much the only reason why I've waited on the transformations. But yes, we've got some going now, so that'll take a few turns, and separately, negotiation succeeded. Ah yes, the renewed bonded vassalage with Fangvale. We saw that last session. Thank you very much, game. Otherwise, I do believe we're good to hit the end turn button and see exactly what the AI is going to get up to. Very curious about what our approach here should be, because there's a few ways to slice this cake, or this pie, if you will, and a lot of it depends, of course, on how the AI approaches things as well. Have you moved as far as you can move? You have indeed. Fair enough. Let's end the turn there, see what the AI does. And folks, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving those likes and comments down below. They do make a very big difference. They let me know what people are enjoying on the channel. They let me know what I should do more or less of and how I should go about doing it. And again, folks, I do very literally read each and every comment. Even if you're dropping it like months after an episode has released and you've got something to say, drop it down below. I will read it. I like reading through comments. I don't know if that makes me strange or what, but I enjoy it. Anyway, looks like these guys are moving around a little bit. I'm not seeing too much aggression. They haven't pushed towards the border. I wonder if they're planning on coming over this way or if they're trying to defend Craigmar, maybe. The armies over here, I was planning on sending towards Thunderwell to hit at Carissa the Red at the same time, but I almost wonder if we don't hit Craigmar at the same time as Stoneforge and kind of force Hot Toady here to separate his troops a little bit, because I assume Carissa is weaker than Toady, hopefully. So maybe if we concentrate on Hot Toady over here, get him to split his forces, buy ourselves some time against him while we then focus on Carissa, it'll work out. Anyway, no point making plans. We all know what happens when they make first contact with the enemy. Here is our Rally of the Lieges. Let's go ahead and pull them up, or you know what? Let's take them right to sea as soon as possible. It'll take a whole turn of action to get them out into the water, but might as well move in the right direction there. And these guys should be able to hit up over here. What are we up against? A full 6 stack? 3 gargoyles. We got a halberdier over here. We've got some steel shapers and anvil guard. That shouldn't be a problem. We've got quite a few troops of our own. So you can get up to there. You can strike, and you can strike as well. Okay, good stuff. So let's go ahead and move you up to here. They've got another army out there, it looks like. Oh, right, that's just the singular unit that was here before. Fair enough. You can creep up to there, perhaps. You can still attack. Yeah. So let's get you up to here. Let's get this 6 stack down to here. And let's go ahead and attack. And as I do this, folks, I'll point out another thing I saw in the comments. And that was with regards to how we deal with auto-resolve. It seems, by and large, the vast majority of you are perfectly okay with me auto-resolving any safe battle, and if the result is ridiculous, then we can go in with a manual battle instead. My concern there was that people would think I was gaming the system or cheesing the system, but the comments I've seen are very much the opposite of my expectation there, so I'm going to use that as a green light that we can pretty much always auto-resolve these safe battles, unless they're going to be particularly interesting for some reason. And if we get dealt a bad hand, then we can go in and retry and fight them ourselves. If you feel otherwise, let me know in the comments, but that's what I'm going to go with moving forward, and it should accelerate this campaign a little bit. We took a touch of damage here and there. It's not the end of the world. Eliminated Hot Toady's entire army. That's good. That 1 stack is still alive, of course. And if we wanted to, we could watch the replay. I don't think this is a particularly compelling battle where we need to watch the replay, so I'm going to not for this one. They can be fun sometimes, just seeing how the AI goes about decision-making, but I don't think we need to here. We'll pull these guys back for a turn, maybe, or what we'll do is we'll pull them up to here so they can heal for a turn, and then we'll take them out to sea and hit Craigmar. I think that's the plan here. Fair enough. Separately down over here, let's get our main army, so to speak, moving up towards friendly territory to heal up. Are we really this slow? Dang, man. We are, aren't we? All right, let's make our way over. You are pretty much topped up. What about you? Also pretty much topped up. Not topped up, but close enough to it. Let's get you creeping up to where? Just want to make sure these guys can move as a unit, just to make sure they don't get singled out and destroyed. I don't intend to... No, I just wanted to be on the farm, not destroy the farm. Alright, let's get you up to here then. Give us some vision as well, I suppose. Let's get you up to here. Back up in friendly territory will help with replenishment. Let's get you up to here. Still within the engagement radius there, so that should be okay. This army will creep up this way. Should be safe. And let's get this army, well, as soon as it can move again, we'll get it creeping. Down over here. Oh, man. I don't think this is a good call. I don't think we should be down here. We're going to lose this scout. But, like, what else are we doing with it? You know what? Let's pop you back up. And... okay. No? So, we're stuck down here? Is that the case? We got these guys chasing after us, and then above ground we got these guys blocking the underground passage. Alright, the scout's days might be numbered over here, folks. Let's pull you a bit further back, see what comes of it. But if we can get him back out, we'll send the scout scouting up over here to spot wherever Fangir is situated. Because I assume if Hexpont is down here, there's an entrance to their realm or their region somewhere up over here, right? There's got to be an underground passage somewhere up there, so I'd like to spot it before things get violent with them. Fungal Sanctum, you can go ahead and build something now as well. What shall we chase? What shall we chase? Stone Conjure helps with mana and production. Granary, more food. What do we... The Arcane Institute is kind of tempting. Extra knowledge income, 100 gold. Not too much of an investment. It's not been boosted. We would need a quarry and a forester. We've got a quarry. Could we get a forester down here? We could, actually. We could. Not enough Imperium to hasten our population growth. So why don't we go ahead and invest in the granary. Granary? Get that done, because I don't think we'll get 2 foresters down over here, and eventually we'll get the Arcane Institute done. Could save that money instead, but I think this is the right call. And we could also go ahead and recruit an additional Soother. They are quite helpful on the battlefield, I think, so why don't we... Ooh, Druid of the Cycle, 200 gold, 5 turns. You know what? Screw the granary. Let's get a Druid of the Cycle going over here. Very close to the front, so it'll make it a lot easier to send the reinforcements up against Stoneforge and eventually Upastrand, so I think that's the right call. Meanwhile, Thorn over here can also have something assigned. Don't know what. I just don't know what the right call here would be eventually. Obviously, I can't do anything right now. I could get the Battle Ritual site going, extra knowledge and draft coming through. Or maybe I just allow it to generate some money. Let's start making a bit of a stockpile over here. I think that's the right call. I think that's the right call. Another ruler was denounced. You versus Hot Toady. Sounds good. And an evil presence down over here. That's all well and good. Alright, let's end the turn. See what the AI does. Just a little nervous about Fangir here. Because if I recall correctly, last session he was talking a lot of trash. And it's only a matter of time before that escalates. God damn it, are you for real? Wow, so the scout got chased down, eh? Impossible battle, let's auto-combat it. But he's dead. But he's done for. He's been with us since the beginning of this campaign. I suppose it's poetic that, you know, after we pass a milestone episode, it's time for him to die. It is what it is. What's this, though? Strange. So, Woundheart is finally ours. We've absorbed it. And maybe they were in the process of claiming another province, and that's why I happened to secure this Dread Spider Matriarch as that happened. I mean, I'm not complaining, it's an extra unit, so that's fine by me, I suppose. Let's get them moving towards the front. But Woundheart, what to do with you? We can get an additional governor and an additional hero now, I should say. But separately, I should also consider the fact that I'm over my city cap, which means I'll need to invest 200 Imperium to prevent the economic hit we're taking right now. So we're going to hold off on spending any Imperium, and as some of you pointed out in the comments as well, I should perhaps start investing in my Wizard's Tower, just so we're generating Imperium a bit more quickly. It's between that and securing additional wonders. Either way works, but right now we're at war, so it's probably not the best idea to go chasing after wonders, though it is tempting. No, we have to hold off. The Blighted Tree up over here is a gold tier ancient wonder. When annexed, it counts as a forester. Provides quite a bit, actually, but it'll be a challenge to take on. Scripture describes how the first elves visited all worlds to seed them with life. This magnificent tree stands as a testament to that age. It is said that souls of these first ones still reside within it, sometimes manifesting themselves as the entwined, eternally bound to protect its growth. I mean, this is such a fitting thing for us to conquer, but we'll do it when we have the option, let's call it, to do so. Right now we're a little distracted by the wars on our hands, right? Let's get this main army moving up again, trying to get into friendly territory as quickly as possible to heal this floral stinger up. Taking a bit longer than I would like. And can we, or rather should we, go and, raid this mine, for example? Probably a good call. We can't hit the city just quite yet. It'll slow us down because it'll take us 2 turns to actually finish the raiding. So here, why don't we do this? Let's get this army up over here to the mine. Right, let's get you pillaging. I called it raiding, I meant pillaging. My apologies. Let's get you pillaging, get that extra gold, and then Baba's army can come up to provide some support, and same thing goes with you. You can come up to provide some support, but next turn, we can move Baba's army into Stoneforge to get the siege started, because it's going to be a long one. They have fortification strength of 80 is huge. It's going to be a long siege. Let's get you up over here. Because one thing I'd like to do as well is cut off the connection from Upastrand to Stoneforge. If they're going to send any reinforcing armies in this general direction, I want to cut them off before they get here so that Stoneforge is easier to take. We'll see if that plays out as intended, but I mean, again, plans, contact with the enemy, but still, from time to time, it's not a bad idea to have some semblance of a plan. Now these guys, what to do with you? Well, first of all, you are going to take to sea. Unfortunately, it will take your entire turn. Never quite loved how that worked, but it is what it is. These guys, I do want to heal up, but it'll slow them down a bit, won't it? It will. So it's just the 2 units here that are kind of hurt. Everybody else is looking okay. So fine, let's take you out to sea. Let's take you out to sea alongside them. So if we get attacked, we have, some kind of strength. Now let's move you up over here. They'll heal up. Next turn, we'll be able to push into the water, and then the turn after that, we'll be able to strike at Craigmar and hopefully distract Hot Toady. Carissa has built the Seed of Chaos, revealing Slog Slot. I don't think we knew the city existed previously. So they've got the Root of Chaos and the Seed of Chaos. Or sorry, the Seed of Chaos and the Root of Chaos. You get them in that order. They need 1 more province improvement of Chaos, and then they can start making moves towards the Magic Victory. So they're getting there, but as we move up against Thunderwell, we'll be cutting them off. Separately, Thorn, Fungal Sanctum, and Woundheart can all start building stuff. Maybe I should not. Or, Spore... I'm saving up to build our Wizard Tower upgrades at Spore Pit. That's kind of where my head's at right now. Just to help with the Imperium income a little bit, perhaps. And let's continue to generate this stockpile of gold. Let's hang tight for a little bit. Animal Kinship is ready. I see no reason to wait on casting it. Our mana income is looking alright. So, yeah, sure. Actually, a transformation won't even cost upkeep, if I recall correctly. Memory is not serving me right now. But animal kinship time for the growth we can apply to the Void Seekers and the Dwarven Looters if we wanted to. But no, I think the growth makes the most sense. It's the most fitting for us. And also, we should transform ourselves before anybody else. So again, this makes the target race more bestial and connected to animals. Very fitting since it's what we've been doing for so very long. When adjacent to a friendly animal or cavalry unit, they are granted plus 10% damage, plus 10% critical hit chance. We have so many animals across all of our armies, this makes perfect sense. And so, let's transform. Good stuff. Little celebration going on over there. Sometimes, oh, you know what, actually? Has this made us furry? Did that add? It did. It added a fur coat to our growth. That's funny. I was going to say, some of these transformations have very obvious visual indicators. This one, not so much. And as I was in the middle of saying that, I noticed the fur. All right, fair enough. I'll take it. Good stuff. But yeah, there are quite a few other transformations that are intriguing. Leaf skin is one that seems interesting, only thematically. I don't think it'll actually give us that many benefits, but again, thematically, it seems interesting. I just wonder about reinforcements instead. Let's work on summoning wild animals and entwined thralls. We are in the middle of 2 wars, right? So let's not forget that. Astral Dew acquired, Rainbow Clover acquired, and Cosmoflux Elixir. This must be because of Woundheart over here. I suppose they have access to some of these resources here and there. Yeah, we've got the Rainbow Clover over here. We've got another Rainbow Clover here. Where was everything else? Oh, there's the Astral Dew. Plus 20 world map casting points. That's nice. Extra mana and knowledge when taken as well. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. If we take a look at our magic materials, actually. What's this Cosmoflux? There we go. Elixir. Mana resource nodes grant plus 10 knowledge and mana. Oh, wow. We've got quite a few mana resource nodes, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's one of the realm's features as well, so that should be quite good for our, well, everything. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Done with you, done with you. Thank you very much for the heads up. Astral Dew acquired, Rainbow Clover. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. And Free City can be integrated. Not that that's our plan. Nyson, again, I got some pronunciation guides in the comments of the previous episode, still trying to clarify that. They have reached Supreme Vassalage. We do not need to integrate them. They're fine as they are. We were insulted by Venera. Farewell. And a Whispering Stone has returned. I assume this is the one from Nyson because we've reached maximum vassalage. So then why don't we go ahead and take a look at who? Fangvale already has a Whispering Stone. And I think Slampit still has theirs as well, right? No, they don't. Okay, so let's give them their Whispering Stone back, move them towards Supreme Vassalage as well, and then we can start using Whispering Stones to help with our own stability here and there. Otherwise, what's going on over here? We've been stuck at 178 for a while now. Are we not generating Imperium? Like, I've got the plus 76 there. I've clicked end turn a couple of times. Income per turn is 76. Am I reading this tooltip incorrectly? Why am I not generating more Imperium? What's going on? We'll investigate that, because, okay, I'm going to hit the end turn button. And if this doesn't hit 200, plus, obviously, then we'll know something's up. And I couldn't tell you what. Oh, crap. Well, this is unexpected. These guys actually came forth and attacked us. I was really not prepared for that. Low risk battle over here. Let's go ahead and auto combat that, see what the AI does, and worst case scenario, we'll dive in there and fight ourselves. Lost our Plague Serpent there. Really? That's what you went with? I'm surprised. The Floral Stinger survived, the Plague Serpent died. You know, that's fine. I suppose that's an acceptable loss. Let's go ahead and close that off, heal what we can, and maybe try and get some reinforcements over here as Fangir declares war. It was only a matter of time over here. It was only a matter of time. What are the reasons? So, it's an unjustified war. Oh, no, I started an unjustified war. That's one of their justifications. Fair enough. We're evil and we're a threat to them. I mean, that last part is true. Okay, all three of those points are true. Fair enough, Fangir. Fair enough. Goodbye. Fair enough. We'll be fine. We'll be okay. Just got to be ready for them to show up on these shores, right? But yes, let's turn our attention for a moment at least to here, because we did lose our plague serpent, and I'm wondering how I want to get it back, or if I want to get it back, where we have this unit over here that could come up as reinforcements. So sure, that loss isn't the end of the world. That loss is not the end of the world. You are a tier 3, plague serpent's a tier 2. I'm going to let that justify my lack of remorse here. Keep creeping up. No more enemy marauders chasing after us. We're looking okay. All right, fair enough. Now, what's the deal here? One more turn before the mine is taken. And, okay, we have got our Imperium now. What was going on there? Did I misremember what it was at? I don't know. Something's throwing me off, but anyway, we're fine now. We're fine. Let's go ahead and get expanded governance again. We can repeat this as many times as needed. Here's our first time, making sure we have our city cap increased and no Imperium to work with. But with that said, over here at Spore Pit, one more turn before we can start working on our Wizard's Tower. All right, up top here, we've got 1 + 6, 7 units. I can send these guys in to start the siege. I can get you positioned like somewhere up over here to help potentially. Don't want to be too far away, right? Want to be close enough to actually get everybody involved. Let's get you... Alright, here's what I'm doing. Let's get you up over here like so. Start the siege. We'll take a look at our siege projects in a moment. I just want to assess the situation first. They've got... Okay, so now we can actually see what they have. 1 + 6 is 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 17 units up over here. Alright. Those are some numbers. Those are some numbers. Let's get you up over here. Right? And let's get... Nope. You guys. Bring our total up to 18. Up over here. We have some units we can summon as well, which is probably a good call. These guys... Ooh, they're outside. Can I actually engage them without kicking off the siege? Maybe. If I can get to them next turn, I might be able to eliminate some of their units. That'll be good. I'm pretty sure this will kick off the siege, though. We'll check. We'll check. You guys are still making your way up. You're still hitting the mine. I think that's fine. And hopefully we're in a position with some of these guys that if reinforcing troops are coming and they stop halfway, we'll be able to intercept them or something. Okay, this will be interesting. This is huge. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see you. What do we have? A bastion. We got some iron golems. Oh my goodness. Okay. Some arbalists and pioneer. Okay, scout unit. Fair enough. Don't want to scoff at it. It can be dangerous, but it is just a pioneer. All right. Up over here, got a couple of bastions. All right. And what are you? Winter Fairy. A lot of frost damage on that hindering blizzard. Got some golems as well. Steel Shaper and an Astral Keeper. Okay. All right. The Astral Blessing. Heals 25 temporary hit points and gains static charge for 3 turns. The targeted unit gains static charge, causing extra lightning damage. Alright, that'll be interesting. We have some reinforcements coming up there, so there's that. With regards to our siege projects, let's go ahead and... They've got ballista towers, they've got caltrops. I figure, honestly, it's hard not to go with the onagers for the extra like damage output, and undermining the walls for the extra breaches and additional access points. Sure, let's stick with that. We have enough gold for undermining the walls, and we have enough gold for the construction of onagers as well. Glad I was preparing that stockpile, obviously, but it'll still take 5 turns for the breach here. God, it's gonna take some time. That's okay. There are a couple of Empire improvements you can do. For example, there is Siege Specialization, which we'll be able to unlock in about 2 turns' time. And if we had taken the Materium Affinity, there is Siege Masters over here that allows you to have more siege projects. We'll never get to that, I don't think, because that's not one of our affinities. But I definitely want to invest in Siege Specialization as soon as we can. With that said, though, let's turn our attention to Spore Pit. Why do I felt like we already hit end turn. Each of these turns is... feeling longer than than they actually are. Like it feels like I already hit end turn there. My bad. Aspect of the Root allows units to heal themselves in battle. That is definitely worthwhile. So let's go with that. And Thorn. We're not going to build anything for the time being. Right. Our ruler has leveled up. What to do here? what to do here. We've got Revitalize, Forest Warden. If hero is the army leader and units are in a forest province, very specific circumstances for those benefits. Pack leader, while this unit is the army leader, grants other cavalry and animal units flanker and extra critical hit chance. Seems like something for Baba, if Baba doesn't already have it. Vigor is also interesting. Look, we only have 90 HP on Gurgle. That's not a lot. Maybe it's time to focus on keeping ourselves alive. Let's start with Revitalize and then turn our attention to increasing the HP on Gurgle. Let's confirm that. And I don't think we have any other equipment we could pop on here, do we? We do not. Alright, fair enough. Worth checking. Worth checking. What else have we got? These guys are ready to move. So, you're all topped up. Excellent. Let's take you out to sea. And let's see what's out here. Nothing. Good stuff. Pull you right up to the coast over here, just to get better vision. Alright, good stuff. And let's pull you up to here. We should all be able to make landfall next turn and hopefully hit Kregmar and draw some of Hot Toady's armies over. This might actually be one of them. We'll see how it plays out. And separately, these guys are of course able to make their way over as well. Kind of torn. Do I send them in against Hot Toady or up against Carissa? Not 100% set in stone, but we'll make that decision soon enough. Back over here, though, I do think I want to summon some units. Let's get our Nymph. Where? These are all full stacks. So let's get our Nymph up over here. Again, if I want to, I can actually push her out to explore a little bit, but I don't think that's necessary. I want her in here to help. Oh, you know what? You're a little too far away, aren't you? This wouldn't get involved. Looks like. Only 3 armies can engage at a time. So this is actually not ideal if they pick her off. God damn it. No, let's keep you there. Let's keep you there. Let's get our Entwined Protector. Get you in there. And let's get our Wild Animal as well. Let's get you in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull you back to this quarry. I'm going to start pillaging. That's fine. That way we still have our security over here and we're getting some work done with this small stack. And at the same time, we can work towards increasing the size of that stack using some additional summons. Let's work towards the Entwined Protector. And we'll see what else becomes timely and affordable as we move forward. Heroes offer to join. I'm not interested in that right now. And new skill available. What do we have? Oh, up over here. So, once we have enough Imperium, we could get Death Magic, gain +5 combat casting points per unit death or kill in combat. That is big. And it's very fitting for our faction as well, right? As we consume and defeat the enemy, we kind of use their parts however we can, and combat casting points is in one of those ways, so that kind of works for me. And then Shadowrite gives us the Crypt Blade hero item, which is cool. We don't have enough melee heroes, though. Maybe our 4th hero will be a melee hero. We'll investigate that when our economy is looking a bit better, right? Because we have to spend money to actually recruit a hero and then get them an army, the upkeep cost involved, etc., etc. Though, truth be told, we have quite a few stacks that could use a hero either way. Maybe I should pull the trigger on that sooner rather than later, but I won't pull it now, that's for sure. End the turn there. And this next turn, I should be able to start working on my Wizard's Tower. I don't know why I'm so thrown off right now. It's been a weird session. Like, I keep feeling like the Imperium wasn't increasing for a couple of turns there, but it very clearly is now. I don't know what's going on. I apologize, folks. One of those days, I suppose. But what is this now? Foreign Wonders. Your Builders Guild at Spore Pit requests your support. The apprentices from our guild are crestfallen. Their master craftsman exclaims. On their journeys through the empire of Hot Toady, they have witnessed the elaborate workmanship and monumental buildings in Upastrand. Now they dream of equal grandeur, but our own means are limited. Will you back up their ambitions to increase productivity at Spore Pit? So we could invest gold into increasing production here, or we could use our Imperium to gain population, or we could simply ignore their request. We're not in a rush to increase the population at Spore Pit, I suppose. I'm just wondering about using our Imperium like this, because there are other things I would like to invest in, right? Such as the Death Magic, or, for example, the increased number of siege projects. We can't apply that to our current siege, sure, but, you know, future sieges, one of which we're about to kick off, I guess, this turn, so we wouldn't be able to invest in that either. But still, future planning, right? You know what? I'm going to... trying to figure out, like, which of these makes the most sense. If I was to do one of these, which of these makes the most sense? I think I'm going to ignore the request, actually. Don't know if that was the right call. Don't know if that's the right call, but it's the call I've made, and it's the call I'm going to have to live with as I turn my attention now to build up our wizard tower over here to help generate more Imperium. Yep. And separately, with our gold stockpile, I should consider some other investments as well. If I wanted to build up the stone walls here, probably a good call if it comes under threat once more, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And with the money we have left, I wonder if down over here at Fungal Sanctum, we invest in something else as well. But it'll be some time before we can get that Forester, right? Nothing else is boosted either. All right, let's hang tight. Druid of the Cycle will come through in 2 turns. I could potentially rush it. If I didn't build one of the other buildings, I could have rushed it. That's fine. We'll hang tight, we'll hang tight. Otherwise, aspect of the route has been researched, and we're ready to pick a new tome already. My goodness, this is happening much more quickly than anticipated. Let's go ahead and pick the other tome that many of you suggested in the comments made the most sense. Again, we had a number 1 pick and a number 2 pick. It was just a matter of which order we did it in. So the Tome of Vigor is going to be next, giving us access to summon Greater Animal for a random Tier 3 animal unit being summoned onto the target. Totem of the Wild is absolutely wild. The tower itself has 80 HP, and every turn for 5 turns, it'll summon a random Tier 1 animal unit. Now, it's just Tier 1, sure, but it's still, like, strength in numbers there, right? So that feels real good. Unleash Beast. Target animal or cavalry unit gains 5 stacks of strengthened, 5 stacks of bolstered defense, and berserk for 3 turns. So you lose control of them, but they become a lot stronger. So, you summon a Tier 1 animal, then you hit it with Unleash Beast. All of a sudden, it's causing some serious devastation. We got Super Growth coming as well, which I think is going to be our next race transformation. It increases our hit points, increases our retaliation attacks, but it does decrease the number of units that are actually within an individual unit. I should say the number of individuals within a unit, right? So there's a give and take there. And then there's Empowered Beasts, another unit enchantment, making our enchanted animals deal extra damage, have extra hit points, and become demolishers as well. So some pretty fancy picks over here. They all make sense. I think it's time to pick the Tome of Vigor. Nothing else really lined up as nicely as the 2 Nature Affinity tomes. So yes, without further ado, the Tome of Vigor.
The unbridled power of the herd thundering over the plain. The sheer strength of the mighty bear as it closes in upon its prey. Hear the primal music that beats in the sinews and bones of beasts. Then you will be able to harness it and strengthen your pack with the force of nature itself.
Again, a beautiful passage. I'm going to go ahead and pick Summon Greater Animal as our first pick over here. Super Growth is extremely tempting, but we are in a state of, I was going to say war, but perhaps I should say wars plural, so having access to additional units in a bigger variety of ways is probably the best, right? So we'll get that going, and down over here, let's get these guys creeping a little bit closer. I want to make sure we heal up, right? So let's move you into friendly territory first. Let's get you up to here. We'll be able to merge them together and maybe move towards Upastrand at the same time. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Your turn is done here, though. You're good. Orders required up here. Yeah, I guess so. They only have the 1 stack. 50 fortification strength. No reason not to move in. Start the siege. Go ahead and... I guess this is one reason not to move in. The gold investment. Let's work on undermining the walls. And separately, we could work on... sabotaging the supports, I suppose. Harassing defenders just causes some damage to them when the battle begins, but it won't speed up the siege itself. 4 turns. If I do sabotage supports, it's still 4 turns, but it takes some of our resources. Damage the support defense structures in the city. No support effects will be present to aid the defender in battle. I don't think that's worth doing, actually. This is such a low-tier city. They don't even have ballista towers or anything, so we'll stick with undermining the walls and leave it at that, I think. Yeah, sure. I think that's fine. I hope I don't regret this. See, if I could construct onagers, +3, that takes us up to 16. 16 times 3 is... No, it would still take 4 turns, if I'm doing my math right with mental arithmetic there. But if I'm doing it right, it would still take 4 turns. So you know what? Let's not cancel any of our construction. Let's leave it as this and close that off. Keep the siege going. 4 turns it shall take. Let's get our 5 stack onto land over here, just to give us a bit of vision as well. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, hello. What's going on over here? So these guys were hidden, it seems like. I'm glad I spotted them. So they got another 4 stack over here. They were very much hidden from us. Okay, and let's pull you up over here and see if we can't spot the other 4 stack. All right. This is going to be a bigger battle than I'd anticipated. I'm glad I committed these 3 stacks to this location rather than assuming there was nothing else over here. Wow, that's just pure chance. Call it instinct. I don't know. Over here, these guys are going to keep rolling up this way as well then, I suppose. Sure, let's do it. And separately, we have orders available for who? For you, of course. You've finished with the mine here. Let's creep you up this way to provide some support over here. We're getting ready to summon some more units as well. And these guys might creep up this way too, right? Move towards Upastrand. I like the feeling of taking out 3 enemy cities in, like, you know, with a handful of gaps between them, like a handful of gaps of turns between them. It just feels very much like aggressive growth. I quite like it, very thematic. Let's keep you waiting there. Aspect of the route has been researched. Good stuff. I'd like to take a look at that ASAP. We are already summoning Greater Animal. That's been picked already. Thank you very much. There was offered to join. No thank you. Another ruler was denounced. Fangir has crossed Carissa the Red. Very well. And Carissa has crossed Hot Toady. Are they at war? They're not. They're just at war with us and with Venera. I'm hoping Venera is distracting them a little bit because they're all the way up over here, right? So, hoping that's helping us out in some ways. But apart from that... Oh no, wait, hang on. Infestation is sending invading forces. No, not these guys down over here. Oh, that could be trouble for Woundheart. Now, it does have fortifications. I don't know if they'll attack our city with fortifications, but that is worth noting. God damn it, this could be a little trouble. We're able to respond. We have armies nearby, but I really hope we don't get pulled from the front over here. Anyway, one way to find out. Hit the end turn button. See what the AI gets up to. And hope it all works out. So far, feeling pretty good about these wars. A little annoyed that our vassals aren't being aggressive. I saw some of you mention in the comments that you've never seen your vassals help you in your wars. There was one that I was playing pre-release. There was one game I was playing where my vassals did very much help in a war, and they turned things in my favor. Like the war effort, they were essential to the war effort. So I saw that happen, and I was like, cool, vassals actually help. But they're not helping in this campaign, and that concerns me a little bit. Now, do I continue to improve my wizard tower here? We've got our Room of Recall, speeding up the respawn rate of our ruler. They'd also respawn with full hit points. It's not bad. And it allows us to bring Gurgle's army back instantaneously. 100 gold, 100 mana, 1 turn. Probably not a bad call if Fangir gets adventurous and again shows up at our coast over here. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's get the wizard tower going. And separately, let's take a look at our improvement options over here. Do I invest the 150 in death magic? Do I invest in teleporter infrastructure or siege specialization? That extra siege project slot can make a world of difference. 150 Imperium, right? In a couple turns' time, we'll head up over here. I could save up. That's the other option, right? In 3 turns, we're going to have a battle. In 3 turns, we're going to have 2 battles. By then, I would like to have this. But what if they attack us, right? What if they take the initiative and attack us? So maybe we should secure death magic, and in 3 turns we'll have made 240 plus Imperium, which would allow us to then invest in siege specialization before we dive into our next siege. So perhaps that makes the most sense. There's also, as many of you pointed out, the option for... Where'd it go? Lure of the Horde. When we win a battle, we have a 50% chance of gaining a unit. It's that 50% chance that I'm hesitating on versus the guaranteed increase in combat casting points in battle itself. So let's go with the death magic for the time being. We'll invest in Lure of the Horde eventually, but there are other things that I think I'm prioritizing for the time being. Down over here. Are you all ready to move? You are indeed. Okay. Let's get you creeping up... taking a bit of a risk over here. Let's get you creeping up this way. See if there's anything to see. There is stuff to pillage, so that's certainly an option. Do you want to pillage the farm? No, let's keep you moving up this way. God, you're so slow. Why are you so slow? This whole army is just slow. Fair enough, let's creep you up this way. Let's get you joined up. We'll keep moving up. And I do wonder, if I send you up there... Oh, no, you are inside. Okay, fair enough. I must have misread the map earlier. My bad. Over here, though, you are ready to arrive. What we can do is send you up here. And then we can go ahead and split this army up. Let's move you guys in there. And move you... No, move you... Come on. You into there. Cool. So now we have 3 stacks. They'll all engage in battle when the time comes. Safe battle predicted over here. Should be a fun one to fight, though. And we should be able to secure Kragmar in about 3 turns' time. Woundheart, what to build here? Anything? The academy has been boosted. Gold is looking alright right now, so that's good. Beacon of Valor. Catapult towers helping our fortification health. In case, yes, Hot Toady comes down this way. Exactly what I was wondering about. Sure, so why don't we invest in the catapult towers over here? Not that expensive, they are boosted. We could potentially hurry their production next turn. I'm not going to recruit any units over here because what I could do instead is maybe bring these guys down. God, it's going to take them forever. They are so slow, but alternatively, it's possible that these guys get drawn up over there. This is just 1 stack. There could be many more. There could be a few invisible units in the area. God knows what's going on. But let's prepare to defend Woundheart. If it takes them 4 turns to tear down the walls and kick off a siege, that means 4 turns for us to respond with our own armies, right? And it'll take at least 2 turns for this army to get here, which should be enough time for us to be able to hurry the catapult production. Okay, feeling okay about that. Fungal Sanctum, let's not do anything over here. You're perfectly fine right now. We'll wait the 15 turns to grow your population. Want to save up on gold and produce more gold as well. Summon Entwined Protector is available to us. Full stacks. Let's go ahead and summon you up here. Try to make this into a full stack ASAP as well. And let's go ahead and work towards 1 more turn before we can summon a greater animal. That's fine, because it'll just take 1 turn for Summon Entwined Protector. Summon Entwined Thrall we can do right away. It's interesting. Actually, a lot of the stuff just takes 1 turn right now. Let's get the Aspect of the Root here. Helps our shield units. We got 7 of them, and polearm units. We got 1, or actually none. Wonder if it's a worthwhile investment right now. Or do I want to strengthen this army? You know what? Let's get another Entwined Protector to further strengthen this army, and then next turn we can work on summoning some greater animals. Cool. Another ruler was denounced. What's this now? Hot Toady and Fangir not having a good time. Fair enough. And a treaty has expired. Oh, our trade deal, perhaps, with Nyssen? I think that's what happened there. Because we now have a new option here. So I could give them some gold for some knowledge. It gives them some mana for some draft. Neither of these are necessary right now, truth be told. We're not recruiting en masse or anything. Research is going at an alright rate. Wouldn't mind securing more gold. That's part of what hurt our economy, right? Is we were investing it in increased rate of knowledge. But I think we're fine for the time being. So, let's go ahead and hit the end turn button, see if the AI gets up to anything funky. Keep an eye on this army as well. I have a feeling it's going down over here, but they might change their mind. Let's see what they do. Alright, here they come, down to the sanctuary. Are they going to... They're raiding it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, it's not the end of the world. We can repair it, we can rebuild it, we can reinvest in it. Buys us some more time to, Ooh. What's this now? Sometimes fate puts adversaries in our way to test our resolve. I hope for all our sakes that you are no such adversary. Artica greets you with contempt. The Frost Queen Artica. At war with Venera, the Keeper of Peace, who is at war with literally everybody, it seems like. At peace with everybody else. An alliance with Fangir. Oh, that is going to be very painful. That is going to hurt. Are you... Hold on. Well, you're not already at war with us by default? Is that alliance newer than the war with Fangir? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, well, goodbye, Artica. I hope we never meet again. Where are they situated? How did I come across them? They must be somewhere up over here, maybe, if they've got relations with the Fangir, right? Oh, we'll find out soon enough, I suppose. We'll find out soon enough. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next bit of research. I'm thinking... Oh, yeah, the Totem of the Wild. Ooh, the Projectiles of Decay. Ah, so many of these options are so cool, man. So many of these options are so fitting as well. Unit enchantment makes base physical range and magic attacks of enchanted units deal extra blight damage, and they have a chance of causing decaying. Totem of the Wild, though, brings in those random tier 1 animal units. Imagine having that for our siege battles to come. Yeah, let's go with the Totem of the Wild. Oh, they were both worthwhile picks. Let's go ahead and upgrade our Wizard Tower, I think. If we upgrade to the Warlord's Pavilion here, extra stability, which isn't bad, extra gold income, and extra province annex range as well. Stability right now is at 0, so it's actually kind of alright. Let's hold off on that, and let's continue to improve our Imperium gain. Let's build a level 2 Wizard Tower. That'll give us access to the Channeling Chamber as well, further increasing our magic casting capabilities in battle and in the world map. So, Wizard Tower, level 2. I went from not paying attention to our Wizard's Tower to, like, focusing on it. We've got our Druid of the Cycle ready to roll. Let's get you up over here. Do I want to send you towards Woundheart? Take you a couple turns to get over here. We could summon some units into his stack and maybe deal with these guys before they're able to do too much damage. Because while I can, yes, recover, you know, all the from all the pillaging they do, I'd rather not allow them to do too much pillaging in the first place. So, sure. Let's pull you over this way. Oh, man, look at that. Hang on. That's a cool model. That's a cool model. That Poison Blast, Restart the Cycle, Cycle's End, and Defense Mode Warding. This is fun. Alright, let's see what else we can queue up over here. We've got Summon Entwined Protector ready to go. Don't need to cast it just quite yet, though I suppose it doesn't hurt. Summon Greater Animal, 2 turns. Come on. Fair enough. I can wait. I want to summon some of these units down here and some up here as well. Alright, fine. Summon Entwined Protector up over here. Make these near 2 full stacks. And keep creeping, I guess. Let's get you up to the quarry. Go ahead and pillage. Let's get you up to here. I really might lose both of these stacks. If they've got massive armies waiting for us up over here and they charge forth, I might lose 11 units here. So I'm taking a big risk. Taking a very big risk, but hopefully it turns out to be a worthwhile one. Gurgle, do I bring you back down over here? No. Let's keep creeping. Can I? I can't. Not allied domain, so of course I can't. I wasn't sure because it felt like it was highlighted, so I was like, can I? Can I build for some reason? But I can't. Orders required up over here, hang tight. Fungal Sanctum. You're good, buddy. Ooh, actually, Mystic Spire. Get access to the Spellbreaker, only costs 280 gold, takes 5 turns, so it'll keep it busy for the next little while. Huh. Extra gold, extra annex range. I don't need either of them right now. But sure, let's keep this town busy. Keep it busy. Another ruler was denounced, I was insulted, and a new rally has started. I don't think I need to, What? Just a random insult? You may be a rising star now, but it won't last. Sooner or later, my empire will rise above all. You're rank 5, buddy. I'm rank 1. Like, deal with it. Arctica. Deal with it. What was I on about? Right, the new Rally of the Lieges. Don't think I'm going to rush over here. Oh, and of course then I see the Swamp Troll. It's a very cool unit. 150 gold. Give it a turn or two for us to accumulate a bit more wealth. We have more recruitment points this time around than we did last time, so we should be able to pull a full stack out of the Rally of the Lieges, which will be quite nice. But we'll hang tight for now. Rulers being denounced. Heroes offering to join. And a new Empire development skill available as well. Which one now? Rangers. Movement cost for friendly units in your domain is reduced by -2 movement points. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad at all. 400 Imperium, though. It is quite expensive. We can hang tight. End the turn here. Feeling good? Carissa, what are you up to? Oh, hello. There's Fangir. Surely there are more stacks back there. 1, 2. They might be able to kick off a siege. Just wondering how quickly I can get that rally to happen. They might get distracted by some of our quarries and mines and stuff like that. which would buy us a bit more time, right? 280. That's just short of 2 units worth. God damn it. Alright, fine. Alright, fine. Fungal Sanctum, you have to hold tight. I think that's the right call. Because then next turn, we'll have, what, 600, 700 plus, right? 700 gold is enough to recruit quite a few units that cost 150 and 105, and then the 75ers to, like, fill in the gaps. I think that's the right call. So give it one more turn before the next rally actually happens, because Fangir is finally starting to arrive. Alright, now we can hit the end turn button. There's a lot of build-up this episode. A lot of build-up this episode. 2 major battles are right around the corner. One against the city of Kregmar, and one for the city of Stoneforge. But this episode's all been built up. Ton of goddamn tension over here. Alright, orders required for you. Let's get you moving up this way. They're almost done burning down the sanctuary. So these are 2-1 stacks. Where's that other stack? Where'd that go? No clue, but let's keep moving you up. Summon Greater Animal is almost ready. You will now have an opportunity to kind of catch up. Terrain getting in our way. It's tempting to push up to the quarry over here with this army and pillage it, but I don't want to leave these guys isolated. So we're going to stay put over there. You're still pillaging away. These guys are ready to attack. What are we up against here? 12 plus 5, right? 17? 17 versus our 18. Who has the better units? It's not just numbers. Who has the better units? Risky battle. These guys are low health. I wonder if I pull them back to heal up and then send them back in before the battle. They just need 1 turn of healing. The other option is, of course, to pull them back and replace them with a greater animal, right? Drop in something a bit more powerful to help tip the balance in our favor. But nonetheless, I do think we should pull these guys back into the safety of Nison's territory. Get them nice and healed up. I hope you're okay. I hope that wasn't a mistake. Hang tight here. I'll think about it. Heroes offers to join. Another new Empire skill available. Which one now? Up over here. Chaos Empire skill, Skilled Raiders. Pillaging a province takes fewer turns and yields better rewards, and pillaging units are healed for 20 HP. I mean, it's a good way to encourage even more pillaging. We are doing a fair bit of it here and there. It means it would take 1 turn to pillage. We'd pillage a lot faster, but we'd fall behind on our not teleported infrastructure, sorry, siege specialization, right? Let's hold off on that for the time being. Hold off on that for the time being, and back over here, or rather up over here. Let's get the Rally of the Lieges happening. So this is a 1 stack. It's just burning down the quarry over here, not the end of the world, but it could be you know, a sign of things to come. They could be rolling down this way, and either way, maybe I should send a full stack, you know, pushing up this way, or send a full stack pushing up against Carissa, because Carissa's gone off scot-free. She hasn't, I haven't engaged with her at all over here in terms of the war against her, so maybe I should apply some pressure there too. Either way, let's get this rally happening. I definitely want a Swamp Troll, of course I do, so let's get that secured. We could get a Bastion, they're always neat, the Blessed Soul, the River Troll. Still have 2 points. So we've got, what, 4 units now? Could get a Plague Serpent. And what else? So Plague Serpent, we have enough gold and enough points for 1 more that costs us 2 points. Storm Scale Serpent or a War Shaman. Now again, this is not one of our War Shamans, this is one of Slam Pit's War Shamans, right? Poison Blast, Corpse Eating, and Invigorate. Not bad. It's not bad. Let me take a look at something here. Assuming these guys are the standard that we're up against when we're dealing with Fangir, right? They have shock resistance, so chasing after electricity doesn't make sense. We should focus on blight damage output. And what else is an outlier here? They've got defense against frost, fire. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's avoid the Storm Scale Serpent then. Assuming this army's focus is going to be Fangir, even though it's probably not. Let's focus on blight damage output. So let's get you guys, Blessed Soul, because your damage out there is... I keep forgetting what this is called. It reminds me of, like, the Paladin character archetype in D&D and stuff, but I forget what it's called now. Order? No, it's something else. Anyway, Plague Serpent and War Shaman, because that's all blight damage or this one, whose name I'm forgetting right now, and that should be good here. Alright, go ahead and recruit them to the Throne City. It'll take 2 turns and 615 gold. This is why we save up, folks. This is why we save up, because now we still have a bit of a buffer, and I have basically a full stack showing up, and maybe once they show up, we'll recruit our additional hero as well, because in 2 turns' time, I'll have a fair sum of gold, and we've got quite a few heroes to pick from with another slot available to us. Kel Rodblock is a new one. Who else is new here? Oh, that's it, I suppose. Everybody else is from the old set. And Kel, what do you have? Beastmaster. You already have one of those. You're a level 10, though. Everyone's level 10 right now, it looks like. So then, Urlau the Cleaver, who's only level 6, to be fair, becomes a bit more tempting. We've got the Unyielding Berserker's Rage, we've got Arrogance, we've got the interesting coloration, and they're one of our own from the growth itself. Would make sense for them to show up at Spore Pit right now. I'm curious what you guys think. Again, we went over these heroes last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago now. So take a look at that, and take a look at, Kel, who's the new addition, and let me know what you guys think makes the most sense. Conjure Animal on the battlefield is not a bad thing to have on hand. Right, Beast Master. Sorry, that's different from Beast Trainer, which is the one that allows them to recruit animal units when governing a city. Alright, something to think about there. Something to think about there. Fungal Sanctum, we're still not going to build anything, keep accumulating some gold for the time being, and otherwise a hero's offer to join, that's fine, we can ignore that. Next turn, we dive in a battle, I suppose. Yeah, let's hit the end turn button. See if the AI gets into any adventures over here. Wait, where's your other 4 stack? Oh no. Where'd they go? That's a little concerning. Where'd they end up? Alright, well, we'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Really hope they're not doing anything too cheeky. Hot Toadie's turn. Pulling some units away from Stoneforge. That's an interesting call. I guess they realize there's no hope there. And wow, you know what? This has worked out beautifully for us. So they're rushing, I assume, towards Kregmar, where they think they can overcome these 18 units with that massive set of stacks that are heading over, and they're probably right? Because that's a lot of units headed over. We could take Stoneforge right now with relative ease, and then have to chase after those guys as they try to close the gap towards Kregmar, where hopefully we'll also take over with relative ease. But then what's the deal up over here? I'm surprised they didn't come up this way. Did they not have... Oh, right, because I think the terrain would be blocking their access. Oh, this has worked out beautifully. Like, this is part of the reason why I wanted to hit Kregmar at the same time as Stoneforge. I was hoping they'd pull units away. I didn't realize they would do it right at the death, though. That's a surprise. All right, and then down over here, what's the deal? They have these 2 1-stacks burning down the Sanctuary and heading towards this quarry, maybe. We got this buddy heading on over. We could actually attack this turn. Bring buddy over, summon a greater animal as well nearby to actually trigger the attack, get the job done, and protect the Sanctuary. 1 turn left for it to be pillaged, so that's pretty cool. All right, I like the sound of that. And up over here, we can continue to move towards Upastrand. Maybe we wait until these guys are grouped up a little bit. And of course, buddy over here is at full strength now, so you can dive in there and hit Stoneforge. I can't believe it. I can't believe they all pulled back. Well, either way, folks, the fall of Stoneforge and Kregmar will wait until next time. Stoneforge will be easy, it's just a matter of stepping in there, but Kregmar will be a bit of a battle. I'm curious where that 4 stack is. I'm convinced it's still in there, and there might actually be another one somewhere that we're not adjacent to. So this could be a very interesting battle, and of course, there's a situation developing up over here as well. All that and much more next time, as it looks as though Fangir is making his way over as well. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. A very tense one with a lot of action, even though we didn't have a battle that we fought manually. There was still a lot going on, so a lot of tension. I absolutely enjoyed it. There's been a lot of build-up, and next session we're going to see a lot of fighting. Either way, again, like I said, folks, if you enjoyed this session, if you're enjoying the series, please don't hesitate to keep hitting the like button and leaving your comments down below. It does make a very big difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. With that said, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.